Let us see top 50 database interview questions, that is in DBMS, database management system. So the first is, define database. What is a database? A pre-arranged collection of figures known as data is called as database. Or you can have a different definition, that is the arrangement of interrelated or related data elements in some structured form is known as database. So the key data in this database is the arrangement and the relation. Okay. What is DBMS, database management system? So DBMS are actually the applications or the programs which are designed specially to enable the user to interact with the database or database applications. What are the various kinds of interactions catered by DBMS? What interactions can be done on DBMS? The answer is, you can first of all define a DBMS, then you can define the data, update, retrieval, administration, all sorts of modification you can do, and these type of modifications and definitions are divided into DDL and DML. DDL is for data definition language, and for manipulation you have DML, data manipulation language. Segregate database technologies development. Okay. So the answer would be, the development of this database technology is segregated or divided into the structure or data model, then the navigational model, and SQL or relational model. Now we have, again we have gone back to the file systems, that is the not using the RDBMS, but see new databases like MongoDB, etc. They are employing a very new approach. Who proposed the relational model? Edgar F. Codd, E.F. Codd, proposed the relational model in the year 1970s. Next question is, what are the features of a database language? Database language which is used to interact with the database. These are database language. So a database language may also incorporate features, or these are the features which are DBMS specific configuration and management of storage engine, computation to modification of query result by computation like summing, counting, averaging, grouping, sorting, cross-referencing, and constraint on enforcement application program interface API. So database language, the features of database languages are, they are able to define the database, create a database, administer a database, and to modify the database. What do database languages do? First of all, data based languages, they define the database. So data definition language does that. Then you can manipulate the language, that is you can update this kind of, or insert this kind of query or data manipulation languages. And then you can also query certain select from where you can query this the database management system. Define the database model. So a data model or database model determining fundamentally how data can be stored, manipulated, and organized, and the structure of the database logically is called the database model. So the structure which we are using for the database to be stored, and the levels or the hierarchy or the logical interrelation between the data elements in the structure is known as the database model. What is SQL? SQL is structured query language. So this SQL is ANSI standard language which updates the database and provides the command for accessing, storage, etc. Enlist the various relationships of database. So the relationship of the database, inside the database you can have, actually this is a relationship between certain relation, that is tables and entities. So it can be one to one, that is single table having drawn relationship with another table. So the relationship is between the table and the table, another table. So single table having drawn relationship with another table having similar kind of columns. One to many means two tables having primary and foreign key relationship, and many to many means junction table having many tables related to many tables. Define normalization. Normalization is actually breaking the data, breaking or decomposing the table. So the table has to be decomposed in such a way that various properties or various things does not happen. Normalization is making your database free from the anomalies like redundancy, non-atomicity, or multi-value dependency, etc. So organized data void of inconsistent dependency and redundancy within a database is called the normalization. So normalization means an effort to remove the inconsistency or redundancy in which is present in the table or database. Next is enlist the advantages of normalizing data. So advantages of normalizing database are many. First, you will not find any duplicate entries if you have normalized your database. It definitely saves the storage space, because sometimes what happens if there is a redundancy of data which is present in every table every now and then, which is not required. You can have just one table or two tables, small table, which can combine to give you the final result. So there is no point in keeping all those redundant data. And also the query performance is increased, because here we use relational calculus, and on account of that, if the optimization or optimized mathematics is used, that is why the query performance increases. Next question is define denormalization. Now this is the you can say we have learned about normalization. Denormalization is an antonym for this normalization, or a reverse activity. So boosting up database performance, adding of redundant data, which in turn helps get rid of complex data, is called the denormalization. So in this case, you are again increasing up the database performance by adding redundant data, which in turn helps get rid of complex data. So making it non-complex is the denormalization. Define DDL and DML, data definition language and data manipulation language. So managing properties and attributes of database is called the data definition language, and manipulating data in a database like inserting, updating, deleting is known as, or it is defined as DML, or data manipulation language. Unless some commands of DDL, data definition language. So you can have create, which create a table. The syntax is like this. You can create a table. Here you can have column name and then column definitions and the table parameters. In the same similar manner, DDL can have alter. So it helps in the modification of the existing object of database. The syntax is alter, and then you can have object type and object name and the parameters. In the drop, this is the drop command, which destroys an existing database, index, table, or view. So this syntax is simply drop and then object type and object name. Define union all operator and union all operator and union. So full recordings of two table is union all operator, and a distinct recording of two table is union. So when you are union means adding two table or joining two table in the form of union, making a union, or combining the attributes of the table, and you are saying that we do not want to remove the duplicacy. For that, union all will be used. If you want that the redundancy should not be there while combining, then union can be used. Define cursor. So this cursor is a database object which helps in maintaining data row by row, representing as a result set is called a cursor. You might have seen in the programming languages where you use, like in HTML, or say you are calling SQL command, or you writing SQL command in your HTML or some JavaScript, etc. So in this you start with a connection, make connection, and then you use a loop of record set, and at that point you require a cursor which points to each row which is being resulted, or which is given by the database server. That is the cursor. So L is the cursor type. So these are the types of cursor. Dynamic, that is it reflects changes while scrolling. Static means it doesn't reflect changes while scrolling and works on recording of snapshot. And key set, that is the data modification without reflection of a new data is seen. Again, the type of cursor, you can enlist the type of cursor. What can be the answer? There are two type of cursor. First is implicit, the other is explicit. So implicit means it is declared automatically as soon as the execution of SQL takes place without the awareness of the user. So this is automatically declared. While explicit cursor, this is defined by PL/SQL, which handles query in more than one row. If you want the query or the answer should be in more than one row, then you have to define the explicit cursor. Next, it defines subquery. So a query inside a query, that means you have a select from where clause, and where you have again a select from where clause, which gives result which is utilized by the where outside. This is subquery. So a query contained by a query is called a subquery. Why is group by, or this is group clause, actually it is group by clause used when you want the result to be in certain group by, okay, on certain column you want the result to be in that with respect to that column. This is group by. So group clauses uses aggregate values. Group clauses uses aggregate value to be derived by collecting similar data. Compare non-clustered and clustered index. Non-clustered and clustered index. So both having B plus tree structure. So non-clustered index has data pointers enabling one table many non-clustered indices, while cluster index is distinct for every table. Again, cluster index is distinct for every table, and this non-clustered index has data pointers enabling one table many non-clustered indexes. Define aggregate functions. These aggregate functions are like count or min or max. They are giving a result, okay, single result, single value. So function which operate against a collection of value and returning single value is called the aggregate functions. Next is define scalar functions. What are scalar functions in DBMS? So scalar function is dependent on the argument given and the returns sole value. So whatever argument you are giving, it returns its sole value. This is scalar function. What restrictions can you apply when you are creating views? Views is actually an instance of database. At certain instance, what is the data, how it is seen, it is the instance, so it is views. So restriction that you can apply on views are only the current database can have views. You are not liable to change any computed value in any particular view, or integrity constant decides the functionality of insert and delete, and full text index definition cannot be applied. Temporary views cannot be created, temporary tables cannot contain views, and no association with default definitions. A trigger such as instead of is associated with views. Define the correlated subqueries. Correlated subqueries. A correlated subquery is a sort of subquery, but correlated query is reliant on another query for a value that is returned, right? So in case of execution, a subquery is executed first and then the correlated query. So a query which is dependent on the result of the another query is these are the correlated queries. Then 27 is define data warehousing. Define data warehousing. So storage and access of data from central location in order to make certain strategic decision is called the data warehousing. So enterprise management is used for managing the information whose framework is known as the data warehousing. So data warehousing is employed when you want to find out some statistic information or some information which will benefit you in the result. So that is the data mining, and the data warehouse is where the data is kept. That is the central location. So these are a few questions, and we'll be covering more of this in this top 50 database questions. Thank you so much. Take care.